ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਐਪੀਸੋਡ ਆਫ ਦ ਹਰਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਸ਼ੋ। ਇੱਕ ਅਸੀਂ ਸੀਰੀਜ਼ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕਿ ਕੈਂਡਿਸ ਅਤੇ ਐਂਟੋਨੀਨਾ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਸਰਟੀਫਾਈਡ ਨਿਊਟ੍ਰੀਸ਼ਨਲ ਪ੍ਰੈਕਟੀਸ਼ਨਰ ਨੇ, ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੈਂਡਿਸ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਦੁਲਾ ਨੇ, ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਆ ਕੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਨਮ ਦੇਣਾ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹੜੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਖਾਸ ਤੌਰ 'ਤੇ ਜਨਮ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਵੀ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸ ਸਫ਼ਰ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਿਛਲੇ ਕੁਝ ਹਫ਼ਤਿਆਂ ਤੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਬ੍ਰੈਸਟ ਫੀਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਿ ਬ੍ਰੈਸਟ ਫੀਡਿੰਗ ਕਿਉਂ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਹੀ ਮਹਿਮਾਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਸਵਾਗਤ ਤੇ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you. Breastfeeding is very important for mother as well as for the child. But of late what we are finding is today that ladies are going away from this tradition of breastfeeding. Why is this trend increasing, and why is it good or bad for the mother as well as the child?
So there's lots of reasons. I can date it back to 30 years ago when we had just bad information. Or even further back than that, and the introduction of things like formula. And then it's also just convenience in a lifestyle that we don't allow women to slow down. Breastfeeding takes time. That's the best thing about breastfeeding, is that you can't do anything. You just kind of have to lay around and breastfeed your baby in those early days, and that allows your body to heal. And we don't have a society that really supports that, as we talked about before. And things like, for example, in the US with their maternity leave, they have to go back at 6 weeks postpartum. Like it's impossible to keep up the breastfeeding relationship in those kinds of situations. Why is it important? There's 100 reasons, and I can direct towards Antonina about this as far as the actual nutritional value of that, but I'll just touch on the bonding and the importance of that. And for some people, not being able to breastfeed their baby is an emotional, leading back to what we talked about in the last segment, just feeling like they can't give their baby what they need. Right. And feeling like they're failing at supplying something for their baby. Not all women feel that way, and there's options for people who can't breastfeed or who don't have that same emotional attachment to it. But if a woman really wants to breastfeed and is having challenges, we need to acknowledge the emotional side of it. We need to not just say, oh, it's fine, just give them formula, it doesn't matter, your baby, your baby's going to be fine. Because to people who know the nutritional value of it and who need that bonding and that hormone release, the hormones that are released during breastfeeding help the uterus to shrink down after a woman's given birth. They help to bond with your baby. The oxytocin is the love hormone, and even just having that hormone in the room helps the partner to bond with the baby and the mom. So all of those things are really, really important when we're trying to bring a new family together and provide a baby an attached, bonded start to life.
The way it has been projected in the media that women's figure gets disfigured after birth, and if you are breastfeeding, and all those kind of hypes which have been brought forward probably might be one of the reasons that many women stay away. Why do you feel, and why is it important from your perspective?
Yeah, very good point, because the society brings a lot of fear into things that are considered to be natural and that we've evolved doing for thousands of years or millions of years. We have made it, the breastfeeding, unpopular or fashionable or less desired, or somehow even sometimes a fearful thing. And because there's been such a strong push by corporations that are making billions of dollars on formula. And there's a lot of disbalance, the misunderstanding that women have today, because there is an overwhelming amount of misleading information. And so they make decisions and choices that are not the best for them and their babies, not recognizing them because there's a lack of proper awareness and education. So this is why it's important that they have a community that educates them, that they have professionals that understand the value of natural ways of going about it. So breast milk is the most nutritious thing you can ever desire for a child. Nothing will ever come close to it. We as humans can try to play God or nature's universal forces, and we can never be as good. We can never outsmart it. So breast milk has over 100 wonderful elements in it that are very, very important for baby's development. The development of baby's immune system, the development of baby's brain, the development of that bonding and nurturing and hormonal, and all of that growth factors are there. None of the formulas would ever have that. None of the formulas that have 8, 10, 15 ingredients, of which most of them are toxic, unless it's like there are one or two good formulas out there that are really hard to find and people can't afford them.
Right.
So we have to understand, yes, there are different mothers. It depends on how nutritionally rich the mother is. The health of her milk will depend on the health of her body.
Right.
But the body will always do its best
Right.
at providing and making the milk that she can provide the most nurturing. So that breast milk that the mother can give to their own child is the best food for that baby, because there's that special chemistry that goes on between the mother and the child.
Right.
So it's really, really important that we understand the importance of whatever the mother can produce,
Right.
and as much as she can produce. Again, less pressure, more nurturing, more love, more natural remedies to help her produce more, but not limit the baby, never say and stay away from anything, that perfect formula
Right.
that nature created.
We'll go for a short break, but after that, of course, breastfeeding is the best choice. But if there are some issues, challenges a mother is facing, are there any replacements? Are there any herbal remedies by which you can increase the breastfeeding? We'll talk about this after this short break. ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ ਜੋ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਹੋਈ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਐਂਟੋਨੀਨਾ ਤੇ ਕੈਂਡਿਸ ਨੇ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਹੀ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਜੋ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਸੋਸਾਇਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਬਣੀਆਂ ਪਈ ਕਿ ਮਾਂ ਦੀ ਫਿਗਰ ਡਿਸਫਿਗਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਇਸ਼ੂਜ਼, ਜਾਂ ਕਾਰਪੋਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਨੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਇੱਕ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਮਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਬਿਠਾ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਇਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਹਰ ਨਿਕਲਣ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਹੈ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕੋਈ ਸਬਸਟੀਟਿਊਟ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈ, ਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੇਣਾ ਲਾਜ਼ਮੀ ਹੈ, ਇਹ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਬ੍ਰੈਸਟ ਫੀਡਿੰਗ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਹੈ। 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਵਰਲਡ ਹੈਲਥ ਆਰਗੇਨਾਈਜੇਸ਼ਨ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ 6 ਮਹੀਨੇ ਤੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਕੁਝ ਨਹੀਂ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ, ਸਿਰਫ ਮਾਂ ਦਾ ਦੁੱਧ ਹੀ ਦੇਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ, ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ 2 ਸਾਲ ਤੱਕ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਬੱਚੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਕੈਪੇਬਿਲਿਟੀਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਆਪ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਿਊਸ ਕਰਦਾ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਰੀਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹਦੀ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਇਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਨੂੰ ਸਟਰੋਂਗ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਬ੍ਰੇਕ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਹੋਰ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਣੀ। ਸਾਰੀਆਂ 에ਅਰਲਾਈਨਸ ਦੀਆਂ ਟਿਕਟਸ ਤੇ ਬਿਹਤਰੀਨ ਕਸਟਮਰ ਸਰਵਿਸ ਲਈ ਮਸ਼ਹੂਰ ਹੈ ਸਪ੍ਰਿੰਗ ਟਰੈਵਲਸ। ਇੰਡੀਆ, ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਵੀ ਮੁਲਕ ਦੀਆਂ ਟਿਕਟਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਵਾਜਬ ਕੀਮਤਾਂ ਤੇ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਪੈਕੇਜ ਟੂਰਸ, ਕਰੂਜ਼ਸ, ਗਰੁੱਪ ਟਰੈਵਲਸ, ਹਨੀਮੂਨ ਪੈਕੇजेस ਲਈ ਸਪੈਸ਼ਲ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸਿਸ ਆਫਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਹੁਣ ਆਨਲਾਈਨ ਟਿਕਟਸ ਵੀ springtravels.ca ਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਬੁੱਕ ਕਰਵਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਸਰੀ ਤੇ ਐਬਟਸਫੋਰਡ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਦਫ਼ਤਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਕੇ ਅਜ਼ਮਾ ਕੇ ਵੇਖੋ। ਯੂ ਵਿਲ ਫੀਲ ਦ ਡਿਫਰੈਂਸ। Surrey office 604-501-4040, Abbotsford office 604-556-4000. Once again, welcome back to the program. Candice ਅਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਐਂਟੋਨੀਨਾ ਸਾਥ ਦੇ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਅਤੇ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਬ੍ਰੈਸਟ ਫੀਡਿੰਗ ਦੀ ਕੀ ਇੰਪੋਰਟੈਂਸ ਹੈ। ਜੇਕਰ ਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਚੈਲੰਜਸ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਕੀ ਰਿਪਲੇਸਮੈਂਟਸ ਨੇ, ਆਓ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੁਝ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ। Welcome once again.
Thank you.
So the importance of breastfeeding, as you have mentioned before the break, is irreplaceable. It is the most important thing. But if the mother is facing some challenges, she's not being able to breastfeed due to some biological reasons or anything else, are there any replacements?
So there's kind of a chain that we follow as a doula who's involved in a woman's care and helping a baby to get fed in those early days. So we start with breast milk.
Okay.
And if mom is not able to create the breast milk that's needed, sometimes it's a temporary situation, sometimes it's long term, we look at milk donation. And so the most common milk donation is actually there's an organization there's an organization called Human Milk for Human Babies.
Okay.
And there's also a milk bank. So the milk bank, we have one here in Vancouver, which is very rare. Not a lot of provinces have milk banks.
Okay.
It's run at a BC Women's Hospital. There's a bunch of women who create extra breast milk or just take the time to pump extra breast milk to donate to this milk bank.
Okay.
And what happens at the milk bank is it's put through a pasteurization process.
Right.
And when it's pasteurized, it's then passed out in order to first the sickest babies, because of course BC Women's Hospital is going to have the tiniest, sickest babies who most need breast milk.
Right.
So it starts there and then goes to other people at BC Women's, and then if there's leftover, which unfortunately there often isn't, you can actually purchase from there. Because it's really hard to get your hands on that kind of milk, and as a woman donating, there's an extremely long list of things you need to do to donate, and some women, as much as they want to, as new moms, just can't get themselves together to make that donation happen. It's a very underfunded program. They used to pick it up from your house and supply you bags and all that. You got to do your own bags. You got to drop it off. You got to do all your own. It's not what it used to be.
Right.
So that's where Human Milk for Human Babies steps in, and it's an organization that's in pretty much every city in the world. The thing with Human Milk for Human Babies is it's not pasteurized, which some women love because they haven't lost some of the great, which Antonina can talk about, but some of the great things about breast milk, and some of those ingredients haven't been burned off or frozen or whatever.
Right.
But for other people, they're concerned about the fact that it's not pasteurized, so could diseases and those kinds of things be passed. What's on the market? There is one brand out of Germany that's HOLLE,
Okay.
that's known as sort of the best true
Okay.
organic, least amount of toxicity.
Okay.
But it's actually shipped from Germany. It's very expensive, and I have clients who have used it, and you have to be organized to get your shipment, weeks in advance and hope it doesn't get stuck at the border and all of these kinds of things. But it's
Right.
definitely, if you're committed to
Okay.
giving your baby the best, then that's, if you have to go the formula route, that's one of the best things. There's
Right.
also making your own baby formula,
Okay.
which is a really detailed process. But there's great recipes online.
Right.
Weston Price does an amazing one
Mm-hmm.
that really includes just really amazing ingredients that you would have to source from different areas
Right.
and constantly have on hand. And it's a process in itself. It's where your community would come in. You need the mom, the grandma, the aunt, somebody around who's willing to be making formula all the time. But all of those things are sort of the best options when it comes to needing
Right.
to supplement your baby.
Great. Well, Antonina, I will not touch in detail with you because being a nutritional expert, you have lots of details. But briefly, if you can tell us, any traditional supplements which can, increase the mother capacity to breastfeed?
Yeah, so what I recommend for the mothers to do some research on natural remedies and natural Ayurvedic. There are Ayurvedic medicine herbs that actually Ayurvedic is an Indian
Right.
medicine, and then there is also other herbal remedies that can be used to help the mother increase lactation, increase the production,
Okay.
sometimes by 60 to 85%. So I would definitely look into herbs. That I would recommend that they go to greenmedinfo.com
Okay.
and look at breastfeeding articles and learn. There's lots of good information even there alone on how many wonderful herbs that are available. Sometimes literally in 2 weeks, the mother will see a dramatic increase in the milk production
Right.
if she can produce. If she cannot, I would go to Weston Price Foundation, take a look at incredible formulas that they can
Okay.
create at home from the highest nutrient formulas,
Right.
maybe with supplementation used to make sure that they can provide for the baby.
It was a pleasure talking to both of you. Thank you for this information.
Thank you.
ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜੇਕਰ ਬ੍ਰੈਸਟ ਫੀਡਿੰਗ ਮਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕ ਰਹੀ ਕੁਝ ਕਾਰਨਾਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਮਿਲਕ ਬੈਂਕਸ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਰਿਸੋਰਸਿਸ ਕੁਝ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਨੇ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੁੱਧ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ। ਪਰ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਇਲਾਵਾ ਰੈਮੀਡੀਜ਼ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਰਮਨੀ ਤੋਂ ਡਾਇਰੈਕਟਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਪੋਰਟ ਵੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਹੌਲੀ HOLLY ਨਾ ਕਿਹਾ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਦੁੱਧ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਲੀਸਟ ਟੌਕਸਿਕ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲਿਆ ਕੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਰਤ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ। ਅਤੇ ਐਂਟੋਨੀਨਾ ਦਾ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਆਯੁਰਵੈਦਿਕ ਅਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਹਰਬਸ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਸ ਸਮੇਂ ਜੇਕਰ ਮਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਆ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਬੱਚੇ ਨੂੰ ਦੁੱਧ ਦੇਣ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਵੀ ਇਸਤੇਮਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੈ। greenmedinfo.com ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਰਟੀਕਲਸ ਨੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਪੜ੍ਹ ਵੀ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।